A warm welcome from the heart of Munich at the Privacy Café. Besides purpose-bound video surveillance, for example, to secure warehouses, there is also the possibility of simply putting webcams on the internet. Is that even permissible under data protection law? More on that in today's video. So, we are not talking here about purpose-specific video surveillance, such as the kind you might conduct in a company to secure outdoor facilities. We have published a separate video on this topic, linked below. We are talking here about webcams that are simply used in public spaces to give viewers an impression of what it looks like there at the moment. For example, directed at public squares, at particular landmarks of the city. This can happen as a live image. Many webcams also work with still images that update regularly, but is this actually permissible under data protection law? What about the personal rights of the affected individuals? More on this below. The General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, applies when you process personal data, and the concept of processing is very broad. Even if you, as a company or a private individual, publicly place such a webcam on the internet, the scope of the GDPR is fundamentally applicable here. This means that they are not allowed to publish personal data of individuals just like that, especially considering their personal rights. The supervisory authorities have also repeatedly addressed this issue in their activity reports, outlining what needs to be considered from their perspective when live streaming webcams. Firstly, they say that the webcam settings should be chosen so that individual people are not recognizable. For example, if it is directed at a pedestrian zone from above, it should be set in such a way that individual people cannot be identified. The same applies to the recording of streets and sidewalks. Here too, care should be taken to ensure that no identifying features such as license plates can be viewed. The recording of business premises or private houses should also be designed in such a way that the people inside these buildings cannot be monitored. This means that care should be taken to choose a section that generally allows a view of nature and landscape, but does not capture individual persons in an identifying manner. As an example, a case from the Lake Constance region is mentioned. A webcam was set up by an authority directed at a mountains, and a lake. However, at the front, you could also see strolling visitors in the images. Following a corresponding notice from the supervisory authority, the responsible party adjusted the webcam settings so that the sidewalk is no longer captured and only the lake and mountains are visible. To quote Boccaccio, all things that exceed time and measure are only of short duration. 2001. And with that, the use of webcams in public spaces is fundamentally permissible under data protection law. However, the settings regarding the choice of image and, if necessary, the masking of certain areas should be selected in such a way that no individual persons can be identified in the webcam image. What else has happened? At the federal level, the licensing costs for Microsoft software have reached a new all-time high. More details and the figures can be found in the link in the description. Enjoy reading through it.